us. My name is Ann Havard. I'm with the Mayor's Office. I know we've given you information about today's presentation in advance so that we can jump right in and listen to your presentation, and then if we have time left, we'll ask questions.
Sounds great. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Volunteers of America. I have the blessing to oversee 31 homes in Tennessee total. In those 31 homes, there are 3 individuals with developmental disabilities. None of our people can work. Majority of them need help either eating or going to the restroom. They're totally dependent on our care. We're one of the largest, oldest, most diverse nonprofits in America. We've been in business 124 years. Maud and Ballantyne Booth started our organization when the Salvation Army and the church split. They decided to minister to children whose parents were incarcerated, and through lunch programs and so forth, developed a ministry to those kids, and it morphed into what Volunteers America is today. All over the country, we do senior citizen housing, teenage pregnancy, drug abuse, work with the disabled. We're one of the largest organizations that work with our veterans across the land, primarily in Tennessee. We also offer 40 distinct human service programs across our service area, but in Tennessee we primarily work with the developmentally disabled, and as I said, in Knoxville and Chattanooga we have reintegration and veterans programs. We come to you today asking for $20,000, and you say, what are you going to use the $20,000 for? This $20,000 would go a long way to help support our residential and non-residential support services to adults with developmental and intellectual disabilities. It also allows to provide individual medical care. If you can understand just for a brief second how intense and acute and severe the medical needs are for this population, we're one of the few organizations that will take a risk working with this high-risk population due to the insurance risk because of their medical fragility. We also would use this funds to expand our participation in the employment and a First Choices program to provide a variety of supported services to people that we serve with developmental disabilities so that they can live independently and or with family and community. I want you to just take a vision for a second and imagine you having a person with a disability. You have no life other than having that person with you, because if they're unable to do some of the things our individuals are, they are with you constantly. So therefore, as a guardian, you basically are a prisoner with your loved one to take care of that person 24/7. We have 3 paid shifts with staff in all of our homes that work round the clock, 365 days out of the year. People ask me, I have the blessing to be the development director for the entire state. They ask me, what's my job? I tell them I don't have a job. I get up every day. I'm blessed to serve who I serve. I believe in what I do. I don't even feel I go to work every day because I ask that good people are put around me to help our cause, and it's always an answer to prayer that happens. And I've been very blessed. I've been in Nashville 10.5 years. By the way, Jeff Syracuse, Kevin Roden, and Larry Hager say hello to some of you folks. I won't let you know that I know them, but anyway.
I wonder what area of town you're from.
Cannot imagine.
What area of town?
Can't imagine. We're not going to say, though, but I currently serve as the 2019 Donaldson Hermitage Chamber of Commerce President. I am a community advocate. I don't believe that I can go out and ask this community or Metro Council for help if they don't see me actively involved in this community, in which I believe and love in. Since moving from Birmingham to Nashville, I've fallen in love with this place. My wife's a cancer nurse with Tennessee Oncology, so both of us have servant hearts. I don't get rich. I get rich at heart every day. These people give me more every day than I can ever give them back. So what would the impact, if I can go ahead, is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, let me just say this. If funded is awarded, this funding would enable us basically to serve 5 more residents in 2020. That is so important. You say, well, gosh, all over Tennessee you have almost 103 individuals that you serve, but there's 5 more that need service. And $20,000, while it seems a whole lot to us, it may not be to some other organizations, but it is tremendous for us. And that's why I'm here today. One of the things it would do also, we are becoming a person-centered organization. Our CEO believes in self-care with Randy, all of our employees, to take care of ourselves so we can be the best taking care of these individuals. My phone never cuts off. It's 24/7 with me. I believe in what I do. These people deserve the best that I can give them every single day. And in order to do that, through the Tennessee State Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities, we want to foster a culture of understanding that puts our people before their disability. I don't look at these people as they don't even realize they have a disability. I told somebody today at lunch I could take 2 of our people in wheelchairs into a restaurant. I can tell you in 30 seconds whose heart's right and who isn't, just by the way they look at our people. They're not freaks. They're human beings. They deserve the best quality of life that they can give them. And I look at them and I say, why'd you make me this way? And I get slapped in the back of the head to say, I gave you a voice to go be their voice. Now go do my work. And that's what I do every single day. So the impact of work and concrete outcomes that we expect, our work has a direct impact on health and well-being of our residential clients. We have a young man named Sean, through a brain traumatic surgery, became disabled. Very combative when we got him. Oh, you guys ought to see Sean now. Sean's a big Tennessee fan. His bedroom's orange. He loves the UT fight song. And he's just grown so much because of the tender, loving care he gets from our individuals, and especially our nurses that work with us on a contractual basis. I think blood pressure readings are successful. The medication management and maintenance are improvements to achieve healthy body weight. A lot of people, when they work with disabled, they forget they need to have constructive diets and eat right and have the right nutrition. Because being in a wheelchair, a lot atrophy can set in, and so we're constantly moving our individuals, taking them on socialization outings every single day. Our expansion of non-residential services through the Choices program will have a direct impact not only on client health and well-being, but also on the caregivers. I can't tell you how many times a loved one comes in and just absolutely reaps praise on our direct service workers, and I'm just their voice. The backbone of Volunteers of America, ladies and gentlemen, are those people that work direct care service every single day. I'm proud to tell you that 88 cents out of every dollar goes right into direct care service. Doesn't pay my salary. It goes to help the people on the front lines that are cleaning them, bathing them, feeding them, and they come back and do it every single day. Almost for nothing. Those are my heroes, and every time I go out and do a presentation, I always give them the glory, because it is sure not about me, it's about them, because without them we don't have an organization. It would also allow us time to network and educate people in the community regarding people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. I think it's uneducated response to people that just don't understand what these individuals go through, but they're always smiling. All they want is a handshake or a hug. They give me more every day than I can ever give them back. And it would also help us to add respite care for our Davidson County families. So you say, in addition to serving more residents, are there other community benefits Metro funding would help us achieve? Absolutely. As I mentioned, being a person-centered organization through the State Department of Mental Disabilities, we want to foster a culture just like you're trying to do with Nashville, making it a better place and doing the right things and trying to bring harmony both from a business end and a personal end to this great city we live in. We want to do the same thing with our folks. Give them a chance to be looked at as human beings, not some kind of just people that aren't worth having a chance in society. They deserve the most chance. And then lastly, it says, how would you use this fund to help create a more equitable Nashville where all the residents have opportunity to participate in the city's success? I can tell you exactly. Metro support would allow us to focus more time and energy on the residents' community engagement as well as their residential and medical needs. Our folks love to go to a Titans game. Our folks go to the sounds and socialization, but when you look at some of the funding that we have and some of the things that they have to go through, there's very little after all the money is pooled for them to have the socialization aspect. Volunteers America is one of the few organizations I've ever worked with. If they come up short, we fund that. If they want to go to a Titans game and they're short, we fund it. Or Randy goes and finds a donor to help that person to go out in this community, because they deserve the best that we can give them. And lastly, VOA's mission to create positive lives in individuals and communities is aligned exactly with yours. It's a desire to create a more equitable city, support our DD program, and it will allow most of our residents to participate and be part of this effort. They need to grow with Nashville, just like any of us in this room that are blessed to be able to get in a car, write my answers down, be on a video, go home to our wonderful homes and loved ones. They don't get out of that wheelchair. But I'm here to tell you, I'm an advocate to fight for them tooth and nail, because they deserve the best quality of life that we can give them. And with your help, you would really help us enhance 5 more individuals to have that kind of life. And I'll end with this. My mom and dad are 88 years old, and God's still allowed them to be with me, and I'm blessed for that. But if they had a disability, I would have no problem, not even a second thought, about putting them in our program. And that's how much I believe in Volunteers of America and what I do and who I represent every day. So, is there any questions?
I want to know, where are your referrals coming from? How do people
A lot of our
coming to you?
they have to be on the Medicaid waiver.
Okay.
And a lot of our folks, Clover Bottom closed over the past few years. A lot of our people came from Clover Bottom, but they have to be on the Medicaid waiver in order to be involved in our program. So.
Okay.
What's your annual operating budget?
We have $4.5 million right now.
And the people that do the hard work, as you said, that you have nurses who are there on a contractual basis.
Absolutely.
Are there also volunteers who do some of that work?
Well, glad you asked. We have 3 big fundraisers a year. I use volunteers on my council, advisory council, Tennessee Advisory Council, what it's called. I have a lot of the men, leading businessmen and women in the community. Okay, thank you. And then we have a home adoption program so that volunteers can adopt one of our homes for a year and provide Christmas presents, something on their birthday, Easter, and Valentine's. They can get involved with us, helping us plan and be on the event planning committees. And then they can be volunteers in the homes. Of course, now if they go into the homes, we'd have to do a background check and have to make sure that they would be okay to work with our individuals. There can't be any direct, because of the licenseship that we're under, there can't be any direct contact with the individuals from the volunteers, with the exception of doing, like ACA is one of our big supporters, and we do community days, and Piedmont Natural Gas and people like that. And we paint and spruce up the yard and things like that. We don't have a maintenance person, so I rely heavily on volunteers to help me keep these homes open and operational. And so. Surely you got one more question. I couldn't have covered it that good. So.
You were that good.
No, I'm just let me tell you, just 30 seconds. I'm just a servant in the Army trying to make this world a better place for my people. And I say that because they're second family to me. And I challenge you to ask anybody about me in this community and see if I'm telling you the truth. And I believe you would get a truthful answer. So.
Would you say that you're providing services throughout the county
Yes, ma'am.
and not just within that area?
Oh, no. Oh, within that area,
It might be worth talking about
Rutherford
that.
County, I mean, absolutely. Oh, but I really thank you for your
Very
time.
good.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Good luck to you.
Nope, appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.